couple of weeks. It's been a glorious day today, I think. Okay. The fact that it snowed on Friday, it did hurt my heart a little bit. But the sun was out yesterday. The sun's out today, so I'm good. How you feeling today?
I'm good. You having a little... Okay.
You can hear yourself?
I can hear myself now, but I hear a buzzing. I don't... Something... But who knows what it is? It ain't nothing serious. It ain't nothing serious.
Yeah.
So... Who were you? You were just doing something.
I was.
You were showing off your hair and everything.
You know, I do that. Okay. I got my hair braided. I'm on my '90s wave box braid, not twist.
All right.
I'm gonna put it up in the Janet Jackson Poetic Justice.
Okay.
Once my hair falls, once it drops and it doesn't hurt as much.
Yep.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
I did not like her in Poetic Justice. Her attitude, all of that.
But that was her character.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying I didn't like the character.
You didn't like the
That's why I said I didn't like her in that. I didn't say I didn't like her. Okay. And I guess that's the way they made it at the beginning, so you wasn't supposed to like her because
she had the attitude. Issues, yeah. She had, you know what I mean. So I mean, she played her part.
Yeah, she was stank.
I guess that's the word.
Oh, okay, Spinner. I see you got your beats on.
Look.
I'm trying to be like you,
Okay, all right. So then that means your wife beat you down for paying almost $300 system heads on top.
Look, I bought mine the wireless ones.
Okay, yeah, I have a wireless one too.
I was mad. I was like, wait, how much is it?
Yeah.
Like, I need a ring.
Yeah. They're actually $250 at Walmart, though.
Okay.
Look, he said $250 at Walmart, though.
$250 plus tax is almost $300. Just to be clear. Let's be clear today.
I mean, it's definitely expensive, but that's Beats. Yep. And that's Dr. Dre's son. So yeah. Dr. Dre is in a league of his own.
All right, so what's going on? Because I already feel like we're losing it already.
I'm tired. I'm definitely tired. But I want to talk about the Black AIDS Awareness event.
Okay.
That AIDS Project Worcester did on Friday.
Yep.
Which I hosted. And it snowed, but it was still a great turnout.
You hosted?
I did. Okay. That's why you were invited to come, and then you flaked on me.
You see what had happened was...
Shots fired.
You see
I'm just saying.
See what had happened was the snow.
But I don't even drive in the snow, and I was in it. And I got my hair done the same day.
But did you see Belmont Street, how they shut down Belmont Street?
Do you live on Belmont Street?
I live on a... You know what hill I live on. I live on a serious hill.
But do you live on Belmont Street?
I don't live on Belmont Street.
Okay, so you could have got on the highway.
Belmont's buddy.
But you could have got on the highway to get to where we was going.
That was life or death.
It was not life and death at 5:30.
Listen.
It was not life and death at 5:30.
I got shot.
He said he got shot, though. Where the bullet wound at? Where the bullet wound at? What the doctors know? But no, it was a great event. They had a lot of performers. They had Mary Tuitt, who is one of the founders of the Positive Impact Show in Boston.
Okay.
Be the keynote speaker. And she gave a lot of statistics on Black AIDS awareness, on veterans and seniors and things like that. So I am very, I was happy to be a part of it. But I do have to say this. Mm-hmm. So it was at AME Zion Church, which is Reverend Talley's church. And Reverend Talley was supposed to do the prayer.
Okay.
Do you know he was not there?
Did he give any specific reason why?
No call, no show.
No call, no show.
At his own church. For an event that he sponsored.
He's praying at home right now, right?
Things happen. Mm-hmm. And I understand that things happen. You understand what I'm saying? But a phone call should have been made to AIDS Project. Well, not to me, but to AIDS Project Worcester.
Okay.
I do feel like common courtesy is to make a phone call. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. And that is wrong. I don't want to... I'm trying to walk the fine line of shots fired and going in.
I'm not going in. Did I go in?
No, you didn't go in, but I want to go in. That's the problem. Okay. I want to go in.
But we don't have to go in.
Sometimes we do.
But we have to be specific
as to what we're going in on.
Yes.
And we have to not be influenced by others who have issues with that person that want you to go in even more.
Yeah, because you have to do what's good with you. Like at the end of the day, you are representing you. So you talking or having a different opinion from someone else, you still have to stay true to who you are.
And not only stay true to who you are, you have to make sure that you don't get influenced by them.
People are so easily
misled. Right. So one of the problems that I have is I take on people's anger, and it's not purposely. It's a habit. It's almost because, especially when you're dealing with church, you try to empathize. You try to empathize and sympathize with people. So sometimes you get a little bit, caught up in how they're feeling. So for example, if I'm sitting in church and a person comes to me and says, "My husband just beat me up," and I say, "That's tough. Let's pray." If I see the dude, I'm gonna put hands on him.
Why?
You just beat the woman up. What do you mean? Why?
Did she go back?
None of that stuff.
No. But you're taking on a problem that's yours.
Right.
That's not yours. Now you giving advice and giving her tools in order to get out of a situation if that's what she chooses to do.
Yes.
Or give her advice on, the pros and cons of staying. You could do that, but taking on her anger that's not your lane. You going into her lane, you about to crash. Because at the end of the day, that's her and him. Not you, them, and you know what I mean? It's not you, him, and her.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. I said I have a bad habit.
I know, and I'm trying to help you out of your bad habit.
You're telling me I have a bad. You're telling me it's bad.
I'm telling you to stay in your lane.
Okay, yes, I need to stay in my lane. So the problem that I have is that when I see wrong things and people I feel a little gassed and a little annoyed by it. So I try not to get that involved in it. But sometimes you do. You have to pick up the torch and fight for those who can't really fight for themselves sometimes.
And that's advocating, not fighting their back.
Right. You're
right.
Because
at the end of the day, they still have to be the ones to choose to fight. Because if you're fighting harder than they are, they're not learning anything.
All right.
And they're not growing.
So let me tell you about my mom, right?
Okay.
So my mama, right? She called me about a month ago before she went in the hospital to have next surgery. Love you, Mom. I hope you're not listening.
But you about to air out business?
No, not really. But she called me and told me, like, listen, can you come because your nephew's angry, and can you just ask him to leave? Now, I know if I did that, one of us would be going to jail.
For talking?
No, because if I would have went over there, like, you have to know my nephew. My nephew's very angry. He's very, once he loses his temper, that's it. And he has really little respect for anybody when he gets to that point. Okay. So I can even hear him in the background cussing and yelling and acting a fool. Yeah, right. Okay. So my mother's like, come remove him before anything. And I said, no, I can't. Because if I go there, then I don't have the patience. I have a temper too. I know my temper. So I know with him talking to me the way he was talking to everybody else, there's a problem. Okay. But the issue is that I told her to come a long time ago.
You can't tell.
Right. So she can't tell me.
No, she can tell you. No, she can tell you because you got that.
No.
Yes, you gave you up from home at the end of the day. So mama can tell you. Mama can tell you. Listen, let my mama call me right now and tell me to do something doing it. And I'm still yes ma'am, no ma'am, like I am not the one.
Right.
But her having this person in her home and she knows the type of person, she does have to deal with the consequences of her way of action. You understand what I'm saying? So I do give you that.
Yes.
But I do also think that sometimes you got to take your feelings out of things.
Yeah.
And deal with it head on.
Absolutely.
And if he would have got out of line and you know how you are, you have that person that keeps you calm there too.
No, so then my mother would have had to call my older sister and would have been like, listen, you can't get both of them. Both of them acting crazy. They both got to get out the house. See, that's how I know things go. So the reason why I say that is because Reverend Cabinet.
Yes.
I'm not too happy.
Okay.
I'm not upset.
Okay.
And this is a situation where I can keep myself in check. Because I respect him as a man of God.
Okay.
I respect him even whether he's doing his mission the right way or the wrong way. I respect him for at least at some point in his life saying, my mission is to bring people to salvation.
Okay.
So when he does something wrong,
in
my eyes,
yeah,
and I made it clear it was my eyes.
Yeah.
I speak to only that.
Good.
So when I did that, I came kind of like a superhero to some people. And then
Because you spoke because they were afraid to?
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But when I did, so you have to ask them. I can't answer for them. All I know is that when I did, and then a lot of people were like, speak against them, say this, say that, go this, go that, he did this, he did that.
Because they want you to be the beginning. See what's going to happen
on the front lines.
Mm-hmm.
And when I learned
Regiment 54 right now.
Right, but when I learned about some of the other stuff allegedly that was done, I did feel a little, and I had to really check myself.
Okay.
So I'm learning now to just stick to what I know and not let myself get too emotionally attached.
Because when your feelings get involved, things get very, very sticky.
Messy.
Very.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because you're emotional behind it. If you keep it business and keep it to the facts, that emotion and all of that extra anger won't be there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you can state your disagreements and all of that, as long as there's respect in the room, where everybody's actively listening, and you can come to an agreement of, I can agree to disagree with you.
Okay.
That's my thing. And that's how I want to approach a lot of things. Like, I cannot like you for nothing. But I can still live in the same room with you. And
Me too.
I cannot say
I
that.
can definitely do that.
Look, I was in a situation last night, right? So I went up. Shout out to Carly Jones for putting together the Bar Monthly Bash. I didn't make it to the library, but I did hear it was phenomenal. I did make it to the last night's event at Electric Haze. And I came across a young woman who rubbed me the very, very wrong way.
Okay.
And she was disrespectful.
Okay.
Right? But her dude respects me highly.
Okay.
Because he doesn't know the whole situation.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
So he's talking to me, and I'm looking at her because you know when you're guilty, you stand off, or you stand in the corner, and your head's down. So this is what she was doing the entire night. Because he's talking to me about all kinds of different stuff and how he wants to see Worcester and, different things that he wants to do within the city of Worcester. So we're having that conversation. I said, you know what? I don't feel right talking to you. I said, you need to go and, be with your girl. I don't want her to feel no type of way and have no, issue towards me because I know he doesn't know the situation. But I'm like, I'm trying to save everybody here, right?
Okay.
I'm trying to save everybody's life because I could have easily flipped that and would have seen red. But I was trying not to be 38 hot and just be cool.
Okay.
So then she tried to hug me. You know how everything in my body said just pull her wig off. That was said in my heart was to snatch her wig off. And like, honey, don't touch me.
But you did.
I didn't hug her. I was just like, just pump that. Keep it moving. Like, don't get too close because I still don't like you.
Okay.
I respect the fact that, no, I don't respect you either, but I respect your dude. So I'm being nice.
So let me ask you a question. At what point, because there's people who've done things wrong to me, and I've still had to exist around, and then I just let it go. Not mad no more. It happened. It's almost like a fight with a brother or sister. I can't use that. You don't like anybody.
I love everybody.
Okay. All right.
I love everybody.
Okay, you love everybody.
People hang themselves, though.
Okay, but you say that.
People hang themselves.
Right, you say that, but you watch them swing.
I'll watch you swing in a heartbeat.
Right. So
look, I give you tools not to. If you choose to go to the left, that's your fault.
Right, but what I'm saying is I feel, this is my opinion, I feel that you could be a little more.
Well, how did this get on me?
See how I do that? See
but go ahead, I'm listening.
Shout out to Truth.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
What you could do is be more pro-reconciliation.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Because that's what we're supposed to do.
Okay. So I'll give you that.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
She pointed at me, Worcester, by the way.
Yes, I did.
She flipped the microphone and said, I'll give you that.
I'll give you that because I have done that.
Okay, good.
Because that isn't my nature. Because sometimes I could be a sucker, right? And I'm going to call myself out, but I can be a sucker for those that I feel are great. We're great together.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Right. And that's business relationships and things like that is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about personal. Business relations, I think that there are a lot of strong women and men that should be working together.
Yep.
And if we have that fallout, I'll give you that opportunity. And I'll come and say to you, like, yo, I don't really know what happened. If you want to talk about the situation and let me know what it is so we can reconcile or at least agree to disagree on what was going on,
Okay.
I give you that.
Okay.
But then if you still choose to do this
Right.
afterwards,
Run them out.
baby,
Yes.
I'm not the one.
Okay.
So now she's done.
Okay.
So there will be not a second time.
But you understand the time heals wounds, right?
You know what? I still got a wound right
Why
on
you
my
checking-
leg.
Why are you checking at this? She was just checking
Listen,
at
let me explain.
Okay.
I still got wounds from when I got my butt beat from my parents. So no, not all wounds. They still be there. And you have to, look at it and be like, all right, it's still there. I got you. I remember what happened.
All right. In the house, we have Gary.
Really?
What?
That what you just did?
What did I do?
I'm not your friend today.
Why are you not?
I don't know.
Does anyone else see what I did?
I know.
It was like we could talk about this forever. So it was like, okay, I can see.
You were supposed to answer it though.
No, because we could be talking about it all day. We got other stuff to talk about.
What are we talking about today?
We have to. Well, we don't have to. If you want to, it's up to you. We got special guests coming into the house. We got my man, my brother. We got Mike Jerry coming in.
Yes.
Again, I think, I'm not sure, we have Keith Laporte coming in, but I thought we had Keith Moscato, the most interesting man, walking planet Krypton, or whatever.
He all over the place.
He's got a hella nickname.
Mr. Moscato.
They definitely do. I'm going to text him and ask him.
Okay, but what we didn't do is we didn't introduce the baddest DJ on this side of Chandler Street, DJ Smooth Spinner!
I'm crazy. And he's still going.
Alright. They get the point. Hey, yo.
Why he be bugging?
You know you are doing that at all.
Last 20 minutes,
Why?
I've been waiting for my computer to turn on. So
Damn.
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe this week. I need a new MacBook Pro, man, because I can't work like this,
Is it on? Has it started yet?
It's on now. So,
Alright, so we good.
Alright, did you get the single?
Did I what?
Did you get the single?
I just switched it on, so I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay, alright. Well, Beyonce has a new single out, and
Formation.
boy, man, yeah. You know what? Honestly, I didn't really care for the song too much. I need to hear it some more.
I actually need to check that out.
Dude, I heard it, and I like the fact that she's talking about all the stuff that was ever said bad about her.
Right.
And,
Yep.
and she's on that, you know what, I done made it, I'm my own boss. Because she fired her entire management team.
Every remnant of Matthew Knowles is now no longer
gone.
Rest in peace.
She does it herself. So at the end of the day, baby, I respect you for what you do and how you do it. And like she said in the song, claim it. You better take that.
Also, we have in the house, we have Darius Stone.
That was nice.
I like the way you say Darius Stone. You say we have Darius Stone.
I
So I'm about to say it like that. I said we have Darius Stone.
See, I like that though.
Space Mountain.
Spaceman, yes.
Darius
Wolfpack,
Stone.
Wolfpack.
How you doing today, Darius?
I'm doing pretty good. First off, let me do a shout out to Frankie Paul, since if y'all didn't hear that Spaceman shout out, that was the original nickname that Frankie Paul don't give me. If you're listening, man, we missed you, and we hope we get to see you again real soon.
And he lives on Worcester now. Again.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So I'm saying, when's the housewarming party at?
I'm working on it with him. I'm trying to figure it out.
I ain't seen that dude in a minute.
But he still works on Sundays, so we got to get him on a different day.
Right on.
So I want to take a pause for the cause because we do have oh, maybe not. Maybe
Okay,
not.
yeah. What? Speaking of different days, aren't we supposed to be doing something different days?
Well, you know the way
Your bank account.
the way things are set up, we'll never know. Listen, the way flavor is set up, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Now I love my brothers Leroy and Scalawag. But you know, it's a process.
All right. So let me ask you a question before we go to break, since we're waiting for since we're waiting on something. Are we going to talk about the city council meeting at all?
Means what?
Is that a positive thing?
Technically.
Not really.
It's
Black History Month. Yes, it is.
It's positive impact, but reconciliation is positive. So we do have to talk about things. We
Yeah,
can't.
we could definitely talk about that
Yeah.
that Tuesday 7:00 meeting
Yeah,
and the shenanigans that happened. And,
we'll see if Mike wants to talk about it or not.
yeah, I mean, we could definitely talk about it. We can, give our views
Mm-hmm.
on things and do it like that. We could definitely do that. What else we gonna talk about?
We have a game.
Yes.
Yes, we have a game. We're going to see who's hip to what's going on. And I think the game is going to be Mr. Mike, and if Mr. Keith Laporte shows up, it'll be Mike and Keith against you and Darius. But if
Darius.
but if he does not show up, then Spinner's going to have to come and be a part of the game.
Look. It's like, I am not singing.
Spinner's going to have to be part of the game.
I did it once. If y'all weren't listening to
Y'all out of luck.
He sang Us As You Remind Me, but kept the same way he talks. He's like, see the thing about it's the same.
That's not what I said.
So I also want to I met with Sweets last night. She's a singer, and she used to be on DJ Wise's show for Flavor, but she moved to West Springfield. And me and her were talking, and she is such an inspiration. But she's also a woman who suffers from epilepsy.
Okay.
And I want to have a segment on Flavor talking about that and the struggles that women and men have with epilepsy, trying to work, trying to, function, go drive, walking down the street. Like, I definitely think it's something that we should talk about. What do you think?
I think that would be a great thing to talk about. And also, there was a blog this past week about a woman who has not Down syndrome. What is it called? She invented the Hubbox because children with autism, I believe it is, they like to be held.
Yes.
And because I saw this video on Facebook where this mother was holding the kid in the middle of the store, and I posted on Facebook, man, I would have had a belt in my foot up his behind for the way he was acting, and I didn't realize it. So then someone checked me on it. And see, I'm willing to, you can check me, and if I'm wrong, I will apologize. So I apologized on Facebook, and I went and learned more about it, and this woman invented a hug box. And the hug box keeps the kids like feeling secure and feeling held, and it calms them down. So
because the child had autism?
Yep.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff like that. That's mental illnesses and things.
Yeah, I definitely I want the Positive Impact Show to give out information. Like, I know we have to talk about what's going on and things like that, but I also want to give information about different things that Black people go through and that, people go through in general.
Every show has to have a positive segment. How about that?
Yes.
All right, so we got it.
Because so we also have to talk about the woman who surprised her husband at her own funeral.
Wait, what?
Yo, we gotta talk about that
I want to hear about this.
because I was saying when I read it, I'm like, wait, I didn't just read that.
Surprise me alive.
Look,